Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Assemble to Learn. Friends, today we will discuss OAVS PGT Physics previous year questions. The exam was held in 2023. So let's start. Question number 1. In the velocity time graph of a car moving with uniform acceleration, the initial velocity u is given as 50 meter per second at time t is equal to 0 second, and the final velocity v is given as 70 meter per second at time t is equal to 5 second. Then the slope of the curve at time t is equal to 5 second gives. So slope of which curve? Velocity time curve. Slope of velocity time curve gives us what? Acceleration. Acceleration. And how to calculate acceleration? Acceleration in this case is change in velocity upon change in time. That means final velocity v minus u by change in time t2 minus t1. So v is our 70 minus 50 and change in time is 5 minus 0, that is 5. So 70 minus 50, 20 by 5, that is 4. So our answer is acceleration A is equal to 4 meter per second square. Okay. So option 3, that is the acceleration of the particle is 4 meter per second square is the correct answer. Okay. Then next question number 2. Okay. Question number 2 is Jimmy has a mass of 70 kg. He runs up from the ground floor to the first floor of his house using stairs of 50 steps, with each step being 20 cm in height in 20 seconds. The power supplied by him is, we have to take value of G as 10 meter per second square. So what is given here? Mass is equal to 70 kg is given. He is running from ground floor to first floor. How many steps? 50 steps are there, and each step is 20 centimeter. 20 centimeter means one steps are like this. So each step is 20 centimeter. Like this 50 steps. So height will be, height is equal to 50 steps into 20 centimeter, that is 50 into 0.2 meter, that is 10 meter. Height is 10 meter. Okay. Then what is height is given, mass is given, power. As we know, power is equal to work done upon time. Power is equal to work done upon time, and here work done is mgh divided by time. Time taken is 20 seconds. So value of m is 70, g 10, and h is also 10 divided by 20. So here 10 to 20, then 2, 5, and 70 into 5, 350 watt. Okay. So answer is, the power supplied by him is 350 watt. That is option number 3. Okay. Next question number 3. In question number 3, what is given? An element delta L is equal to delta X I cap is placed at the origin and carries a current I is equal to 10 ampere. The magnetic field on the y-axis at a distance of 0.5 meter is, and delta X is given as 1 centimeter. We have to calculate magnetic field. Here we will use Biot-Savart's law. So according to Biot-Savart's law, current element is in x-axis, in x direction, and we have to calculate magnetic field on y-axis. Okay, so as we know from Biot-Savart's law, magnetic field is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl vector cross r vector divided by r cube, and here delta L or dl is given as delta x I cap, and delta x value is 1 centimeter I cap. We can write 10 to the power minus 2 meter I cap. Okay, and I value of I is given as 10 ampere, and distance, that is r, is given as 0.5 meter. Now let's put the values. Mu naught, in place of mu naught we write the value 4 pi into 10 to the power minus 7 value of mu naught divided by 4 pi. Value of I is multiplied with 10 ampere. Value of dl 10 to the power minus 2. Cross product, value of r is 0.5, but here it is given as on y-axis at a distance 0.5. That means 0.5 meter j cap. So as this is the cross product, I cross j, then 0.5 to the power cube. Next, 4 pi cancel each other, and 10 to the power minus 7 into 10 into 10 to the power minus 2 into 0.5 divided by 0.5 into 0.5 into 0.5. Here I cross j is k cap. Then here 1 0.5 cancel with 1 0.5, 10 to the power minus 7 minus 2 minus 9, and 10 to the power 1, that is 10 to the power minus 8 divided by 0.5 and 0.5. 0.5 is 1 by 2, so into 2 into 2. So final answer is this 0.5 is 1 by 2. So in the upper side, on the numerator there is 2, and our answer is 4 into 10 to the power minus 8. Magnetic field means Tesla. Okay, so answer is 4 into 10 to the power minus 8 Tesla. That is option 1 is the correct answer. Okay, next question number 4. This is a methodology question, teaching aptitude, that is pedagogy. In science teaching, the most important domain in achieving the ultimate goals is psychomotor domain, cognitive domain, periodic domain, affective domain. Science teaching, the most important domain is cognitive domain. Okay, next question number 5. The time period t of oscillation of a system depends on its length L, acceleration due to gravity g, and its mass m as follows. That means t is given, t depends upon k is a constant, length L to the power x, then acceleration due to gravity, that is g to the power y, and m mass to the power z. and k is the dimensionless constant. So we have to calculate the value of x, y and z. So here, what are the dimensions of length, gravity and mass? So as t is the time period, t is t1, okay, or we can write m0, l0, t1, okay, but here k is constant, and for L is length means L1 to the power x. Then acceleration due to gravity means g is acceleration is dimension of acceleration is L1 t minus 2 to the power y. Then m is mass and m to the power 1 to the power z. Okay, now equate this like m to the power m to the power 1 into z, and there is no other m, then l to the power 1 into x, and here l to the power 1 into y. So we can write x plus y. Then for t, only minus 2 into y, that is minus 2y. Okay. If we check LHS and RHS, then we will get equate. We have to equate. So we will get minus 2y is equal to power of t is 1, and here right hand side minus 2y. So minus 2y is equal to 1. That means y is equal to minus 1 by 2. Then another power of m. That means z is equal to 0. Then power of L, x plus y is equal to 0. But we have the value of y. That means we can write x minus 1 by 2 is equal to 0. That implies x is equal to 1 by 2. So here we get x is equal to 1 by 2, y is equal to minus 1 by 2, and z is equal to 0. Which option is correct? Option first, x is equal to minus 1 by 2. X is equal to 1 by 2 we got. So option 3, x is equal to 1 by 2, y is equal to minus 1 by 2, and z is equal to 0. Okay. Then question number 6. Here the question is, the slope of the position time graph of a particle moving in a straight line in uniform motion is the. So it's a very easy question. Slope of the position time graph gives us the velocity. Okay. So option 4, velocity of the particle is the correct answer. Slope of the position time graph gives us the velocity. Okay. Next, question number 7. The angle between two vectors A and B is 60 degree with magnitude 4 and 3 respectively. Then A dot B is equal to. This is very simple. We know A dot B is equal to A vector dot B vector is equal to dot product AB cos theta. And what is given us? Or we can write magnitude of A vector, magnitude of B vector, cos theta. And in the question, magnitude is given as 4 multiplied with 3 multiplied with cos theta, that is cos 60 degree. So 4 into 3, 12 into cos 60 degree is 1 by 2. So our answer is 6. This is option 1. Next. Question number 8. If the radius of the innermost orbit of hydrogen atom is 5.3 into 10 to the power minus 11 meter, then the radii of n is equal to 2 orbit is. So for hydrogen atom Rn, radius of nth orbit is equal to n square of r1. R1 is innermost orbit, radius of innermost orbit. So here n is given as 2, that means 2 square multiplied with r1 is also given, that is 5.3 into 10 to the power minus 11 meter. So 4 into 5.3 into 10 to the power minus 11 meter. 4 3 is 12, 2 4 5 are 20, 21. 21.2 into 10 to the power minus 11 meter. But here all powers are 10 to the power minus 10. But there is a option that is 2.12 into 10 to the power. Yes, this is also, we can write 2.12 into 10 to the power minus 10 meter. Okay. What is the answer? That is 2.12 into 10 to the power minus 10 meter. That is option 2 is the correct answer. Then question number 9. Suppose in a simulated car accident, a car which is moving with kinetic energy 1.25 into 10 to the power 4 joule hits a horizontally mounted spring with a spring constant of 6.25 into 10 to the power 3 Newton per meter. What is the maximum compression of the spring? Okay, here we have to calculate maximum compression of the spring. Here we will use the conservation of energy, as at the time of collision or at the time of accident, collision occurs, and during that time, according to conservation of energy, kinetic energy of car must be equal to spring energy of the spring potential energy of the spring. Okay, potential energy of the spring. So we can write at collision or during collision, what kinetic energy of car is equal to potential energy of spring. So kinetic energy is given as 1.25. Kinetic energy is half mv square and potential energy is half kx square, where k is the spring constant and x is the maximum compression of the spring. So kinetic energy is given as 1.25 into 10 to the power 4 and potential energy is half kx square, half into k. Value of k is given as 6.25 into 10 to the power 3 Newton per meter. So 6.25 into 10 to the power 3 into x square. Now, as we know, 1.25 multiplied with 5 gives us 6.25. So now in LHS, this 2 is, if this 2 comes this side, then 2 into 10 to the power 4 divided by 5 into 10 to the power 3 is equal to x square. So here what left? We're left with 2 into 10 by 5, that is 5 into 2, it is equal to x square. That means x square is equal to 4. That implies x is equal to 2. Okay. So maximum compression of the spring is 2 meter. And our answer is option number 3. 2 meter. Okay. Now last question for today. The area under the velocity time graph of a particle moving in a straight line in uniform motion. Here the question is asked as area under the VT graph. So area what? Velocity, displacement. Already this graph is velocity time graph, so velocity not possible. Second option, displacement of the particle over a time interval. Yes, this is the correct. In first question we discussed that velocity time graph slope gives slope of velocity time graph gives us acceleration, but area under the velocity time graph gives us displacement of the particle over a time interval. Okay, so third option acceleration is not correct. Fourth option average acceleration is also not correct. Option 2, that is displacement of the particle over a time interval, is the correct answer. Okay, this is the last question for today. In next video we'll do the other questions. Thank you.